This video was brought to you by Bright Star Circle. Alright everyone, eyes up here. I'm going to tell you a story. Once there was a group of kids sitting in a classroom just like this one. Some of them loved learning, some of them thought learning was boring, and some of them weren't quite sure yet. One day their teacher walked in and said, "Today we are going to learn something important, not just math or reading, but why learning matters." The kids looked at each other. One whispered, "We already know stuff. Why do we need more?" The teacher smiled and said, "Let me show you." The teacher held up a simple object, a key. "What does this do?" the teacher asked. "It opens a door," one student said. "Exactly," the teacher replied. "Learning is like this key. Every time you learn something new, you unlock a door." The kids started to pay attention. "Some doors lead to understanding how to build things," the teacher continued. "Some doors lead to making music, drawing, or telling stories. Some doors help you understand people, feelings, and the world around you." One student raised their hand. "What if I don't want to open those doors?" The teacher nodded. "That's a fair question, but here's the thing. You don't always know what's behind a door until you open it. Learning gives you choices. Without it, many doors stay closed." Another student asked, "Does learning only happen in school?" The teacher shook her head. "No. Learning happens everywhere. When you try something new, when you make a mistake, when you ask a question, when you listen to someone else, you are learning." The class got quieter. "Even when something feels hard," the teacher said, "your brain is growing. Think of your brain like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets." One student frowned. "But what if I mess up?" The teacher smiled again. "Then you are doing it exactly right. Mistakes are not the end. They are part of learning. Every mistake is a clue that helps you get better." The teacher then placed the key on the desk. "Imagine your life is a long hallway full of doors. Some are easy to open, some are locked. Learning gives you the keys. The more you learn, the more doors you can open." A student quietly asked, "What happens if I keep learning my whole life?" The teacher answered, "Then you will never run out of doors to open." The room was still for a moment. Then the teacher said, "So tomorrow and the next day and the day after that, when you learn something new, even something small, remember this. You are unlocking another door." The teacher looked around the room. And who knows what amazing things are waiting on the other side? The class sat a little taller that day because learning didn't feel like just work anymore. It felt like possibility. Learning is fun because you get to discover new things every day. Learning is fun when you figure something out. The more you learn, the smarter you become.